programming MOVLs. MOVLs are move linear. We're going to move some L's. All right. So first thing you always do, let's go ahead and start from scratch. You do job, create new job. Go ahead and push select and then type in your last name. And then MOVL. Push enter. If that's right, then you push execute, and it's going to give you our no op start and our end. All right. If you're not already in your home position, click robot, and then first or second position, work home position or second home. I think work home is going to be the gripper. Then when you want to get back to your job, I'm home. You drive it home, push enter. Now when we push enter, we tell it to go to that point by MOVJ, move joint wise. So it's going to take the most efficient way of going to that point that it can. And then VJ is velocity of joint, and we've got it down really low so that if another program stops and then we try to run this one, it'll go slowly home and not knock over stuff before we can turn it off if we need to. Okay. Now, 0.78 is super slow. So let's practice changing that velocity. We're going to still leave it MOVJ. We're going to scroll over. When you scroll over, that lets you edit the program. Push select. And now, down here in our little area here, we can move. And we can change that MOVJ to something else. And we can move our speed. Let's just put it at 2 and push enter. Okay. If that's what you want, then push enter again. It'll take whatever you change down here and put it back up here. Once you're done editing that, then go over to the left. We're going to add some more points. We're going to see how well this simulation does. So what I want to do is I'm going to go into world coordinates. And I'm going to go down in Z. Now I'm going too slow, so I'm going to speed it up. Now this speed right here is when I'm manipulating the robot. It doesn't matter if I'm fast or slow when I program that point. The velocity is what tells it how fast to get to that point. So just because I'm getting to this point quicker, alright, so right now it said it's exceeding the safety speed that we have set for it. So I'm going to slow down just a little bit. Won't let me do anything until I cancel that. Okay, it might help if I actually do push the slow button so I get it down to medium. I can see what speed I'm manipulating the robot by this up here. You'll have I, which is inching, which you probably won't be able to tell that it's moving. It's moving so slow. Slow, which is slow. Medium, which is medium. And high. All right, so we're going to go down. Now I'm going to change views a little bit so I can see where we're at. So we still got some place for us to go. Okay. Now I'm going to go out in it, so I want it to go forward a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get right over this little dot here. okay? So I need to come out in X a little bit, come out and Y a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to line up that little line right there, right on that corner, okay? So for your program, put a pen in the gripper. Put a pencil or a pen in the gripper, okay? So that we have a point to look at, okay? The gripper's too big for us to keep. See if we can sit. Nah, it's not going to let us sit from there. All right. So I'm going to go down and Y a little bit. We're about there. This might be good enough for us to see. All right. So I've got my home position, and then I'm going to put in another position here, and I want it to get there pretty fast. I want you to get that pen right over that line pretty quick. Okay? Leave about an inch or so that you're not crushing the pen. I do want it to get there quick, but I don't care that it's a straight line getting there. So I'm going to leave it as MOVJ. But I'm going to go in, I'm going to move that speed. I'm going to let y'all move it up to about, let's say 20. So I'll move over to that 2. I'll hit select. I'll put in my new speed. Push enter. It'll put it down in this bar. If I want it to overwrite that, I say enter. And it does. Now I need to get back to my left side. Now, if I'm in world coordinates and I've got something that is completely parallel and perpendicular, I only have to do one thing. I'm going to move in Y, and it's going to make a straight line. All right, I'm going to move over here so that I kind of line that up a little bit. I'm going to move back in Y, just so I kind of line it up as close to that intersection as I can. Now, whenever I push enter, it gives me a MOVJ, and then it's moving at 20. Now, I want to end my rotation up to speed, but I want to move it back home, okay? So the easiest way to get back home instead of going robot, if I've already got that joint or that position in there, I can move back there, forward to it, so you'll keep forwarding until it gets back home, and then you will go back. So let's forward there. This is going to mess me up because it won't let me forward there. It just automatically goes there. But you'd forward back home. I'm going to have to do it from robot. So I'm going to go back home. I'm going to speed it up. All right, so I can see that gripper is going 90 degrees out of what I want it to. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to go to our second home, which I think is opposite for y'all. Nope, they got both of them set there. So I'm going to go to joint coordinates. And I'm just going to bend my arm back. So that's at home. All right. Then I'm going to go back to my job. Job. And I'm going to program my home point back where that was before. Okay? It might not be perfect, but you get the point. All right, so now when I run this, let's see what happens. I'll turn my key to play mode. And then I will go and push my big green start button. All right, if I'm at my end, it's over. Like it played it. So I'll have to push my start button again so it'll start back up. Notice I wasn't completely home, and since I had it slow, it's starting to go there. That gives me an opportunity. If it's it's about to hit something, I can stop it, right? Once it gets home, my program will run quick because at the very end of it, I'll already be home. So this is way too slow for me. So I'm going to take it out of, I'm going to put it back into teach. Yours is going to be a lot faster at 20. Mine is stupid slow at 20. So I'm going to put it up to 100. Do not put it up to 100. Okay? Yours is, I'm going to scroll down to the next one. Push enter, let it know that I want, or push select to let it know that I want to do stuff to it. Slide over. Hit select. Change my speed. Do not go over 20. My simulation needs to go over 20 because we've got different speeds. Alright, I'm also going to do that last one, which should be pretty slow. I need to push enter again to put it back up there. I'm going to put that at like maybe 40. I want it to be visibly slower, but I don't want to take all day with it. So before I go into play, learning off of my mistake before, I'm going to go back up to start, turn the key to play, hit start. Alright, so I go down. I didn't tell it to do a curve, but I'm doing a curve. Let's see if we can see it from here. Okay. So now I've got a curve, and I wanted to go straight through there. Now, you'd think that you'd put everything as MOVLs, and that would be wrong. What I want you to do is go back into teach, scroll back up. We do want the home point to be, the move to a point is how we want the robot to move to that point. Okay? So we're not drawing a line going home. That's fine. MOVJ is fine. Alright, let me get a better view of this. Alright. So MOVJ is fine for that. MOVJ is fine for that. I'm not trying to draw a line. But going to this point, I do want a MOVL. Okay. So there's a couple ways you can do that. I'm going to show you how to change it from a MOVJ. And if you accidentally get a MOVJ and need to change it to a MOVL, you do the same. Alright, so you'll scroll over, hit select to say that you want to change it. Now, if you go in and push select again, it's going to change parameters for that MOVJ. That's not what we want. We want to actually change that. So if you hold shift and you push up and down, it'll move between MOVJ, MOVL, and MOVC, which MOVC is circular. Okay? What I want you to do is change it to say MOVL. So, all right. Since I want to change that, Want to push select. Made a mistake there. I push enter to put it back up there. Scroll back. Scroll up to start. Push play. Push big green start button. We got to move J where we want them. We got to move L where we want them. So if we want to draw a straight line, we need to use MOVLs. Okay. There are other ways of getting a straight line. If you have a long line that you need to do, and you do a move J to here and then a move J to here, and you just put a bunch of points through there and break up that line, like the most efficient thing is not going to be a little hopscotch. So the robot will give you a straight line, but you're going to have to do a bunch of intermediate points throughout. Okay. So how do you change it when you know that you want to do a MOVL? So let's go back up one, go back into teach mode, go back up one, and let's say that I want to add a move J or MOVL. Okay. Now, this is telling me what the next thing I'm putting in is going to be. If I catch it before I put it in, I don't have to do that shift up and down. I can just change it here at motion type. Okay? So if I know that the next point, the point that I want it to be coming from a straight line, I'll move that to move L. Okay? Mine has a move S also, because it's got a spline and y'all's don't, so don't even worry about that right now. But that's how I would start doing move L's instead of going back and fixing things. So you'll have to go back and fix when you forgot to put a move L. But all you have to do to change the movement type of the program is to push this motion type button and scroll through those. All right, so right now I'm at move J, push a motion button again, then I'm at a move L, so on and so forth. All right, so that was a little bit longer than 15 minutes. I'm going to stop it here. There's going to be 2 laps to this, more than likely always. But I'd like you to take a quick video of it doing, like, put something pointy in the gripper and then go right above that line. You can do either line. With the real robot, this line over here might be too close to the robot, that the robot might get into trouble. You can do it from this line as well. Okay? I'd probably suggest doing it from this line. All right. So do a video of that.